What did Coldplay and the Chainsmokers say while playing Riichi Mahjong? Chat asks me why I fold, why I don't love the risk, why I choose to stay away from the Grim Reaper's chilly kiss. They think they are getting trolled, he's doing it for kicks. Honestly, the truth is that I'm so scared I could even piss. I'm so scared that I could piss. Welcome back to Mahjong Soul, folks. My name's Yusong. Welcome back. Hope you're having a good day wherever you are, folks. Look, I'm not gonna lie to you. I played a lot of games of Mahjong off stream, and before I show you the match history, let me set the scene really quickly, okay? I'm recording this video, you know, in the past, but last night for me, we just got coached by our good friends and colleagues, Light Pink Yoshi and Claire Riichi Nomi. So I'm not gonna lie to you. If you watch that live VOD on the stream, I think you'll learn a lot. I know I certainly learned a lot, and at the same time, my brain was absolutely fried. I was trying to digest all this new information. I've never gotten that sweaty just from mental exertion, which is, I guess, really telling of how out of shape I am. So anyway, long story short, after the stream, I was feeling a little antsy. You know what I mean? I was like, I was talking a big game on the stream as well. I was saying to them, I think that if I didn't have to talk while playing Riichi Mahjong, I would be like a saint level player. And that's a little bit of an exaggeration, but I think I would be a lot better of a player than I am right now. So I played 3 games of Mahjong off stream. I played 3 games of Mahjong. Second, third. Okay, so, you know, maybe off stream, he's Master 2-star hovering around the 800 ELO as well. So that's where we're at right now. If you're a little confused as to where some of those matches in our match history have come from, that's the reason why. I got a lot more to say about it, but let me just say this as we load into the Jade Room, okay? If you like the song or you like the genre, consider subscribing. I got new videos every single day. Consider leaving a like and a comment if you're feeling particularly generous, as it helps out me and the channel such a great deal. It brings us to our featured comment of the day. Orange Panda writes, it took me 9 months since learning Mahjong and playing daily online, as well as listening to dozens of anecdotes of you saying you're hosting IRL Mahjong events, to which I've repeatedly thought, hang on, that's neat. I'd love to attend those if I lived in SoCal. For the thought to finally cross my mind. Wait, I should check my city for IRL Riichi Mahjong events. And what do you know? I'm now in a local Riichi Mahjong Discord and about to start attending weekly Zhong nights. Let's go! That honestly makes me so happy. Thank you so much for sharing that. I love knowing that I could even be a small part in someone's journey to find a new play group, or like a group of friends or a group of enemies if we're talking Riichi Mahjong, right? So, no, that makes me so happy. Thank you so much for sharing your experience. And there's I don't know what the website is, and forgive me, but if you Google map of Riichi Mahjong clubs in the US, and unfortunately this is the US, it might be a worldwide map as well. I'm not sure, but I know for sure it's in the US. You'll be able to see what's in your area, like Blackpink. You know what I mean? You might get to see that there is a local club in your area. It might have to be, you know, if you're in a suburb, it might have to be in like the nearest city. But there's literally dozens of us. Okay, there's literally dozens of us. Before we get too far into the game, I also want to give a quick shout out to all the patrons. Patreon.com/YU_SMG. Thank you so much to everyone for your support. It's the best way to support the channel. Hang on. Welcome to Simone A. I'm glad I looked at the pronunciation before I said this name out loud, because you don't say it phonetically. I believe it is a Polish name, and I don't even think I'm even saying it that well. But thank you to Simone A for joining us in the Patreon. I sincerely appreciate it. For $4 a month, you get access to a bonus video every single month, as well as the shout out like you're hearing right now, and a whole bunch of other goodies, including the Riichi Mahjong strategy documents. Thank you so much for your support. It genuinely allows me to keep doing what I'm doing, folks. We're locked the frickin', okay? I'm locked the frickin'. I've learned so much from the coaching. Let me just start distilling. Let me start just like how a bird, you know, regurgitates, ew, the food into, wait, ew. Hang on. I don't know what to do now, because I want to keep that extra Dora tile, but now it's like, it's going to be really hard to use this Dora tile. Maybe if we draw into what, like a 5 of bamboo, we can make something work, but I'm also looking at this hand and I'm like, I don't know if we're genuinely going to win this hand. Here's the thing. Here's one important thing that I learned from our good colleagues that are better at Riichi Mahjong than us. Claire was saying about how 6 tiles in, you should pick someone at the table who looks like they have the scariest discards, and then just like focus on them for the rest of the game. And honestly, I don't know if either of them are listening. This is like this is like, I don't know, your teacher's finding your Tumblr blog or something. It's like, like I hope they're not, but if either of them are listening, please, you know, just know that it's not you, it's me, okay? I don't know. It's just I don't know what the point is. And that's not derogatory, okay? It's genuinely non-derogatory in the sense that the point, I know what the point is. I actually know what the point is. I shouldn't have phrased it like that. It's just to be aware that someone at the table either has the best hand if they're discarding like the zuzziest tiles imaginable, or just to notice if someone is going for a flush of some kind. I don't think I'm calling Riichi. I think this is already a pretty spicy situation. I could call Riichi. It's not the worst thing in the world, but there's only a few tiles left in the game. I don't want anyone to play defense, and I think 5 bamboo is typically a pretty dangerous tile, so I don't want to give anyone an inclination that, you know, I don't think the 5 bamboo is ever going to come out if I call Riichi. I mean, I could always sumo the tile, but my sumo chances aren't that high, right? Only 3 copies of it left, and I just don't like those odds. Plus, if we sumo, it's still really good. I'm gonna sumo, all simples, Dora. And that's on a bad weight, so you know this is like either a 7,900 point hand or like an 11,000 banger because our weight is bad and we have a million mini points. Oh, I want something just like this. I deeply regret phrasing it like that. I do know what it's for. It's just to be a little bit more aware of your opponents and of all the. I almost just misclicked into pressing pawn there. Oh my god. Slow down. And do not start clicking around the table, okay? You need to chill right now. You are here. I need you to be here right now. What else did we learn? Other things that we learned, and this is like a beautiful lesson that not only applies to Riichi Mahjong, but to life, okay? Build for the tenpai you want. Dress for the job that you want, not for the job that you have. So like, build for a hand that you are actually happy with. Do not settle for these really stinky 1-2 shapes or these 8-9 shapes. Sure, they're not the worst thing in the world, right? Sometimes in a pinch, they'll still be useful. And early in your hand, you never know. If you keep an 8-9, you might draw into a 7. It's not that bad. But build for the hand that you want, not for the hand that you have. So what is the hand that I want in this situation? Well, I just kind of want to call Riichi if I'm not going to lie to you. Okay, and now we're 6 discards in. Let's take a look around the table. I mean, Right Lord discarding good tiles. A Crossword also discarding good tiles. So a Crossword is probably the player with the quote unquote best hand right now. So they're not going for anything that obvious, but it's just good to make a note of. And it's like, Yusong, now that you've noted it, what are you gonna do based off of that? That's the part where I don't know, but I still think it's good to make a note of it. Do you know what I mean? I still think it's just good to make note of these. I'm so embarrassed that I'm so embarrassed that I might have just said a really rude thing early on into the video. Please, I'm so grateful that anyone's willing to teach me Riichi Mahjong. It's not like that. Right Lord cuts the door. They've also got a good hand. Okay, that's sus. You want to know something else that I learned? Okay, the Mahjong that Max and Claire play is a different Mahjong than I play. They notice things like the 5 bamboo came from within their hand, so they cut a 3. Okay, here's my thinking. You wanna? This is my Dr. House, you know, like diagnosis of what's going on here. That 3 of bamboo came from a 5-5-6 shape, and that 5 of bamboo. That 5 of bamboo came from that 5-5-6 shape. So now 4 of bamboozlers and 7 of bamboozlers. East 1, repeat 1. 5 of bamboo, 3 of bamboo, a crosslord. That's my read of this situation, and that took so much brain power. It's not even funny. That took so much brain power. Oh my god. The thing that this is huge. I'm so glad that Right Lord just called it she. The thing that we need to start making note of, oh my god, is that we don't need to focus on every single discard by every single player. What are you, nuts? That is way... I got 2 megabytes of RAM in my brain, okay? We're not focusing on every single discard. That is cognitive behavioral torture. We cannot do that. But the tiles that come out after someone calls pawn or chi are really, really important. There's a chapter in Riichi Book 1 that also talks about this. But Right Lord, for example, they cheat into a 3-4-5 and then they cut a 5 of circles, meaning that the tiles around the 5 of circles are now extra spice-tacular, okay? Those tiles are now giga spicy. Because if you think about it, a tile that comes out from someone's hand, so okay, they're not waiting with a 4-5. So you're waiting with a 5-6. I think you're waiting for a 4 of circles or a 7 of circles. That's just one idea that I have. That's just one idea that I have. Or this is just an extra tile. I'm not sure. But there is some information to be gleaned from that 5 of circles. The reason why, oh my god, we've waited 13 years for him to get through all his Trader Joe's anecdotes to finally get a crumb of Riichi Mahjong strategy. Oh my god, long have we waited for this one. I mean, I don't know what to discard here. I'm just going to be real with you. I don't know what to discard. I think 5 of Bamboozlers is actually a hilariously safe tile as inside Tsuji for Right Lord. Do we have anything else that's even remotely safe? I don't know, but I think this is okay. I'm Gigantamax folding right now. My score is doing fine. We won a massive hand in East 1. I'm feeling good about myself, which is rare. So we don't need to push this hand, right? We're three tiles left in the game. Oh, okay. I guess I'm going to cut this, but I don't feel good about it. Okay, and we're gaming, and it passes because we knew it would pass. And I didn't want to throw a 3 of circles. So what were you waiting for? You're waiting for a 4 and a 7 of circles. Watch this space. Watch this space. I just clicked the sound effect by accident. I clicked this out. But did you see that they were waiting for a 4 and a 7? It wasn't the double-sided wait that I thought they were waiting for, but we knew something was spicy around the... Did I accidentally click the... I clicked the... I clicked the gasp sound effect. I promise I didn't. I promise I clicked that by accident. That's so obnoxious if I'm actually doing if I actually clicked it. Oh my god, I'm a demon. They were genuinely waiting for 4-7. We can even go back Right Lord 4-7 4-7 wait, tenpai. End. Okay, this hand is kind of nasty with it, right? I mean, I want the half flush, but I'm also happy just winning this hand. That's the unfortunate truth of the matter, is that I'm just kind of happy winning. I want to keep the 6 of circles for a while, just in case we draw into the 7 of circles, we can accept the Dora. Okay, we can just accept the Dora wholesale, I suppose. Could have also cut two of characters there. Yeah, I'm 1 tile away from tenpai. I'm not sure if we pawn the white dragon. I'm just going to be real with you. Oh... This hand is good, though. This hand is Seatwind, Red Dragon, 1 Dora, and I'm in tenpai. And if I start folding here, like, I don't have that many tiles to fold with. This is already a really tricky spot. Oh, man. I mean, I do have 2 tiles to fold with, but I don't feel good about that. And then after that, I'm just kind of, like, dunzo wash. You know what I mean? It's how we in the business like to say screwed. Okay. I didn't even finish. I literally didn't even finish the crumb of Mahjong strategy. When someone calls pawn or chi... They have to discard a tile from within their hand. Me explaining the world's most basic Riichi Mahjong principle you've ever heard. Just a gameplay mechanic. When someone calls pawn or chi, they just have to discard something from within their hand. I cut Dora for this. I cut Dora just like this. I mean, this is 3 Han. Oh my god. I don't know if Maka's gonna kill me for that, but... I cut the Dora. This is wild, by the way. What have you done with the old Yusong? I miss the old Yusong 3-tile fold Yusong. I could have folded thrice over with the white dragon as well. So that's these 2 non-folding decision. Wow, that's nuts. I typed wow in my little notepad as well. Yeah, I mean, let's see. I mean, this is if we win this hand, yeah, that would have been something would have been deeply wrong there had we won that hand, I think. All right, Right Lord with a dealer sumo. That's certainly gonna hurt. Not happy about this one, but we're still in this game. Because they have to discard from within their hand after a pawn or a chi. That usually elucidates a lot of good information. Because it's not like they drew it and then they discarded it, which doesn't give that much information, but that means they were keeping something, and then now they have to reveal something from what they've kept. Now, sometimes, like for example, if Right Lord, in that past scenario, had chi'd that 3-4-5 of bamboo, and then their next discard was like I mean, in reality, their next discard was the 5 of circles, where we expertly clocked that they were going for, a tile close to the 5 of circles. Had they not discarded the 5 of circles, had they cheated that 3, 4, 5 of bamboo and then cut like a 4 of bamboo after that, right? Then we don't know that much. Then I will be real with you, that does not tell us that much about their hand. It just means that they had like an extra tile and then they're completing their hand. It still gives us a little bit of information, right? Maybe they're a Tenhou gamer or something. But it means that like tiles, it could mean that they're unlikely to have more tiles around that. Ooh, it could mean that they're less likely to have more tiles around the 3, 4, 5 of bamboo, right? It's like if they cheat with a 3, 4, 4 shape and then they cut the 4, it's unlikely that they have another 3, 4 shape in their hand. Anyway, the point of this is, I forgot to look when a crossword called pawn, but they have a really scary hand. 6 tiles in, a crossword has the scariest hand. I don't think this is a half flush. I think it's probably Tenhou gaming if I had to guess. But look at this. At least we're talking about the game, right? And I'm not saying I'm never going to tell another Trader Joe's anecdote ever again. In fact, I got a really funny comment that was just like, Yusong, I bought the Trader Joe's green juice because you kept mentioning it. What the hell? And I never said it tastes good, okay? I never said the Trader Joe's green juice tastes good. It tastes healthy, and I think it's going to make me live forever. That's why I buy Trader Joe's green. I want something just like this. I'm 1 tile away from either All-triplets or Yakuman chance for 4 concealed bazingas, if you catch my drift. It's kind of cursed right now because left lord. Well, oh no, I think I pawned this. I'm gonna be real with you. I think I pawned this. I want to pawn just like, because this is all triplets red 5. I think it's good. I think it's just being in tenpai. It's the rare air of being in tenpai. That's huge, and we get to take that from the point leader. I don't know if Maka's gonna like that one. All triplets win and tenpai decision. We have so many things to learn from in this game, by the way, and we're only in East 2. Holy frick, holy frick. Notepad is getting thick. Notepad is getting long. Yusong, why do you phrase it like that? You're so weird. I know. No, don't actually sound defeated. So yeah, we genuinely learned a lot. And like, I've learned that Tenhou, we need to respect the holy grail of all simples a little bit more. There was one hand that we played on the stream where we had in the bamboo suit, we had a 1 of bamboo, a 1 of bamboo, and a 2 of bamboo. And Max, even then in that situation, was like, we can cut that shape. And I was like, I have a very, very hard time cutting shapes that are 3 blocks, or excuse me, cutting blocks that are 3 tiles, because I'm like, I work so hard for these garbage 3 tiles, but it really doesn't matter. Like, if Tenhou is the best way for you to play your hand, the Tenhou is the best way for you to play this hand. Dress for the job that you want, not for the job that you have. Okay, what is the job that I want in this situation? By the way, scary. Dealer seat, they're doing something. That means their tiles are at least good. Look at my Boulevard of Broken Dreams over here. Look at my discards. This is the most normal discards you've ever seen. That means that they're at least cooking with something over here. Left Lord is also cooking with something. I'm feeling a little pissed right now. I don't know what's going on. My hand looks bad. I mean, we have 1 door and 1 red 5, so it's not like we have non-existent value. Me on the dating market. It's not like we have non-existent value, but it's like, it probably doesn't win. I could fold. I'm not joshing around. I'm for real right now, okay? Because if a crossword is gonna sumo as the dealer, I guess that's okay. If someone else deals in, I guess I'm okay. Yeah, throwing a red 5 is weird. I also learned something. When someone throws a red 5, it could mean, it doesn't always mean that. Okay, hang on. They cheat and then they cut a 2 of characters. So you have like a 2-2-3 shape, or you're waiting on the 1 and the 4 now. They cut a 6 early. The 6 could have come from like a, okay, the 6 could have come, I don't know. The 6 could have come from like a 3-4. Or maybe you had like a 2-2-3-4 and you're just cutting an extra 2 or something. Anyway, I'm a little scared. And look at this. We knew we weren't just yapping our little thoughts away. We were locked in. A crossword has a good hand. Left lord is not folding, by the way. Okay, I have so much to tell you and so little time. Just kidding. We have this whole video to talk about. What the frick am I on? When someone cuts a red 5, it could mean that they have a 7-8 or a 2-3 in their hand. Those are the situations. Now we know that they don't have a 7-8 in their hand, and this is just, they could just cut a red 5 because they got nothing going on in the bamboo suit as well. But you know, and they cut out 1 normal 5 of bamboo earlier, so it's less likely that this adage rings true. Jesus Christ. Hang on. I mean, I might cut two of Bamboo later. That might be a tile that genuinely comes out. In fact, I think it absolutely frickin' does. A little bit scared after this. Not sure what I'm supposed to throw. Wow. Okay, so they're not waiting with a 2-3, and they're not waiting with a. So I'll say this: if this 5 of Bamboo had not been cut, it's way more likely that they're waiting with either a 7-8 or a 2-3 in their hand, because the 5 is awesome, but you might sacrifice the value of the 5 to have more tiles that you can accept, right? Okay, I got nothing going on for me right now. Me on the dating market, I got nothing going on. I have no safe tiles, none safety left beef, and I don't want to deal into a Riichi baguette, the French baguette Riichi stick cosmetic. That's my favorite cosmetic. Right Lord calls the Riichi, holy frick. Okay, and they deal into a crossword. I'm genuinely a different gamer. Can you feel it? I feel something is different in the air tonight, okay? A crossword with a monster hand. Oh my god, that is devastating. Oh my god. Oh no. I mean, Right Lord's not out of it. Yeah, right Lord and Left Lord are going to be competing to enjoy third and not to enjoy last. Not a great starting grip. I'll just be real with you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 6, 7. He's counting orphans. My goat is washed. I'm not playing this. I don't know. I still think that this hand, it's so bad no matter how you slice it. It's so bad no matter how you slice it. Okay, all right. This is it's me baking the cake. This is not a good hand, but that's okay. We can still learn something from this situation and focus on the game. Speaking of, ironically, speaking of focusing on the game, Yusong, how are you doing outside of Mahjong? I'm doing okay. I'm genuinely doing okay. Speaking of the Patron earlier, I'm so glad. There are those YouTube channels out there that exist that just tell you how to pronounce things. Those, I think, are the unsung heroes of society. Because, okay, well, here are my gripes with those videos. Right Lord, scary hand. Left Lord, scary hand. Everyone's scary. Here are scary. There are scary. Everywhere scary. Here are my gripes with those channels, how to pronounce things. They usually start, even if the word is like a 1-syllable word, the YouTube video might be a minute long. And it's not just them saying the word over and over, right? The video starts by, it's like a minute-long infographic. LearnSpeaking.com, your best source for learning how to pronounce names and places and events and significant cultural milestones. LearnSpeaking.com. Bazinga. And then they'll say the word, right? And then they'll say the word. By the way, this hand is awesome now. This hand is genuinely awesome. I might chase this Riichi here. Very real world where like a TV show that I unfortunately never was that culturally aware of. Very real world where we end up calling Riichi and we can wait for a 4 of circles, a 6 of circles, or a 7 of circles, right? Triple-sided banger definitely exists within this hand. I'm happy to cut. This is Suji Gaming. I think it's okay. They could be waiting with a 7-9. That would stink. That would genuinely stink. They cut a 9 from before there. I'm not smart enough to know if that means anything. I'm just going to be real with you. They cut a 7 and then a 6. Who are you and what have you done with Yusong? I'm just going to go for it. Wow. So here's the thing. I don't know if that's right either. They cut a 7 early on. They wouldn't cut that from a 6-7-7. 6-7. Let me chase this Riichi. I don't deserve it, but let me chase the Riichi. Hang on. Wow, Right Lord rips the Dora. Okay, so that's terrifying in the sense that Right Lord also has something going on, right? We know this. We didn't need to be tutelaged for this thing, okay? We genuinely were aware of this concept in Riichi Mahjong. When someone calls Riichi and someone else does not fold, in fact, they are making a very bold push instead of just straight up folding it. Folding on that thing and bouncing on it in a way that folds. I am out, right? I'm out. I don't know. This tile, oh, it's probably okay, but I just don't want to do it. How many 3s are gone? Only 2. For that reason, sharks, I'm out. Oh no. I'm cutting the door. I'm cutting the door. Go ahead. Honestly, go ahead and laugh it up. Yuck it up. Okay, 7 of characters. Get me out of here. Oh, this is scary. Everything is scary. Everything is scary right now. Everything is so scary. What was I talking about? Yeah, when one person calls Riichi and another person does not lay it down, then you have to be aware of 2 players now. Now, 2 players you have to be very, very careful of. I will say this, it was so fun to play Riichi Mahjong with other people. I think that if I wasn't streaming, and I'm not saying that, oh, I detest streaming. No, I love streaming. Are you kidding me? But, like, I think that if it was just off stream, I had such a good time because a lot of the times when you're playing Riichi Mahjong, it's a lonely experience, right? It's just we're clacking tiles and you know something's on the second monitor or whatever. Hang on, I gotta lock in for one more discard. I gotta lock in for one more discard. That's even a tile, man. I maybe should have cut the 3 of circles. I was scared though. I was really, really scared. I think that's why a lot of the times in our community Discord, link down below, there's a lot of people in the voice channel playing Riichi Mahjong together. And by the way, if you think that I'm not reading the messages in the text chat of the voice channel, you're sorely mistaken. I have to moderate everything. It does feel weirdly like, I know it's my Discord server. It feels weirdly voyeuristic still somehow, but I have to because moderation, you know what I mean? Everything in moderation, especially online moderation. Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Left Lord calls pawn. They have the scariest hand. Dealer seat, red dragon pawn. Already a little freaky. What's the hand that I want? I want something around the Dora tile. I'm not gonna lie to you. Left Lord popping off. They might even have an all-triplets hand, right? They got 2 triplets in the bank already. It's kind of scary. Okay, and that allows us to use the Dora in our hand. What is the next nut draw for us? Green DZ. I still think that we could pawn. Like, I don't think that we're totally out of it, but we really want to draw into either 8 of characters or 3 of circles, and we cut whatever shape that we don't draw into. That would make this hand really, really strong, right? Pawning feels easy. This double-sided weight feels good. But these single tile weights, those are a little bit spicy. I'm going to be real with you. I don't think this hand wins unless we chi there. Like, I just don't think that it wins unless we chi there. And then what happens if someone else discards those 3 of circles? You know what I mean? We might still have to fold later. If Left Lord starts dropping some really bizarro safe tiles, hang on. I'm never going to be happy. I'm never gonna. I mean, that's me playing Riichi Mahjong in a nutshell. I'm never gonna be happy cutting a Dora tile. I might have been happy cutting a Dora tile, but I like this even more. This could be Green Dragon 3 Dora. You know what I mean? It's kind of dank with it. But I could see myself cutting an 8 of bamboo if I absolutely had to. If it meant that I could just be in tenpai, I guess that's not that bad. 6 of circles. I don't love this, but they cut a 3 of circles early. Left Lord's not waiting with a 4-5, so I'm kind of chilling. They could be waiting with a 7-8, but it's already very unlikely with the amount of 8s that they have pawned up. All my apes pawned, you know what I mean? Okay, so Left Lord has 3 completed sets. It means they are probably in tenpai, but guess what, bozo? I'm also in tenpai. And it does not seem like their hand is that valuable. They could have a pair of the Dora. They could have 1 red 5 somewhere in here. Yes, that is true, but that's unlikely, right? I have 2 copies of the freaking Dora. And then, ooh, okay, all right, we deal in. Luckily, they don't have anything. Okay, luckily, it was true. Despite the length of that animation, this hand is not that powerful, and we kind of clocked them for that, right? And our hand was valuable. I think that our hand was worth going for. I'm not gonna lie, it was a little embarrassing. I was talking such a big game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh my god. Oh my god. Get me out of here, dude. Get me out of with these starting hands. But we had a bad starting hand a few rounds ago that ended up being good, so we shouldn't be belly aching this much. I was talking a big game, not only during the collab, but in my past videos, because sometimes I say that, like, sometimes I'll start a YouTube video and I'll say, like, folks, I played some Riichi Mahjong off stream and I just crushed it because I didn't have to talk. I could breathe through my mouth the whole time and I could just focus on the game. Last night, I think I was really, really tired, too. I found my focus slipping a lot, and that's the fricked up thing about Riichi Mahjong is that I know there's not that much going on visually. I know all it is like, oh, a little nut of information. I could have picked any other word there. A little morsel of information here, a little morsel of information there. but you need to focus. And this is a dark truth that I've learned about Riichi Mahjong, okay? It's that you actually have to like study if you want to get better at the game. I genuinely think it's impossible to just get better at the game by playing it. So a lot of the strategy guides that they pointed to, I'll give this is not sponsored in any way, but this is just a genuine, like, I've watched both of these channels. There are 2 YouTube channels on this YouTube that do Riichi Mahjong strategy. One of them is Crow77. Kathy is the name of the person that runs the channel. They have amazing Riichi Mahjong strategy videos. I said this on the stream, but it's like, Yusong, why don't you make Riichi Mahjong strategy videos? And I'm like, okay, number one, it's flattering to think that you think that I know stuff. Number 2, and that's a little facetious, I think I could put out like a beginner or intermediate strategy video to decent aplomb. Okay, Rylord's gonna take this one. That's fine. Rylord called the Riichi. We had 2 safe tiles, and we were 1 tile away from Riichi Pinfu Red 5, so I didn't really want to fold that one. But Rylord had 3 of the 3 of characters, so this wasn't very likely that we got ourselves that we get into Tenpai. Maybe a flush in the bamboo suit. Probably not, but you never know. Keep our options open. Stay frosty. Okay, no longer. We just have too many good floating tiles for us to go for the half flush. So Crow77, they have the biggest reason why I don't make strategy videos is because they already exist and they're on that channel, and so I highly recommend that if you're interested in learning a little bit more about the game. There's another a creator named Mr. Fung, MR_FENG. He makes YouTube videos, and I don't know where Max linked me this from, but there was also apparently a slideshow that happened that they created about really interesting. I haven't read it yet. I haven't had the time. I was rage queuing Riichi Mahjong last night, okay? But about like how to push with not your whole hand, but just some of your hand. Hang on. I could have a pure straight here, but I kind of just want to be. Oh man, I don't know. Like this is just okay. So scary, and then they cut 4 of circles. Raggy. So this is maybe a flush in the character suit. Scary, with it being the suit of the Dora. Left Lord Pond, I don't know what they cut afterwards because I wasn't paying attention. Okay, well, this is, I mean, it's pure straight or bust, maybe. Or I'm just 1 tile away from, or 6, 7, 8 mixed triple sequence, or all simples. Holy frick, this hand is good, actually. How do I feel about this? I mean, you have 3 of the 4s. I don't think you probably aren't in 10 by 4 or 4, 5. Right, Lord calls pawn. The tile that they discarded was a 9 of bamboo. We learned very, very little from that. But that's okay. I'm still glad that I paid attention. Scary, because close to the Dora. Oh no, do you have 1 Dora? You have 1 Dora. Okay. Green Dragon, 1 Dora. Honestly, that's okay. That's okay. 2,000. I would pay 2,000 to not pay out 8,000. You know what I mean? Okay. It's our last dealer seat. We would have liked to stay in the dealer seat a little bit longer, but as far as things go, it's not the worst thing that's ever happened. Dora is the 7 of characters. We can use the 7 of characters. It's looking okay. But I'm sure I'm sure this slideshow is somewhere within their YouTube description or their channel description or maybe their community Discord or something along those lines if they have one. So those are channels that I have both. I've watched a lot of Crow77's videos. The Mr. Fung channel is more of a recent discovery, so I haven't had the time to really sink my teeth in. But there's good stuff out there, Bront. There's good resources. We're not doomed for a life of just never being able to translate books from Japanese that actually teach you Riichi Mahjong strategy. That exists even in the Western Hemisphere, as it were. How do I feel about this hand? Maybe all simples, unironically all simples. We cut this, and then we cut the 9 of circles, and then we're kind of pogging up. Honestly, the 1-2 shape is so stinky, I'm going to cut that first. I still like this, because if we end on the 6-6-6-8 shape, it is a little unlucky, a la Clover Pit, but like, we could wait for the 7 of bamboo or the 8 of bamboo, right? This is a double-sided, it's a 2-tile banger if we end on this shape, so it's not that bad. Do I ever pawn here? If I draw into like a 5 of circles or a 3 of circles, I could see myself pawning. I could envision a me that chooses to call pawn there. But right now, I think my hand is a little too weak sauce. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is 5 shapes, but again, I think it's a little dubious to be pawning. Okay, I mean that's something. That's genuinely something. I could see myself cheeing 3 of circles because it is my worst shape. That is the only tile that I would open up this hand for. 2 Dora have been discarded. Okay, so you got something and you got something. I have nothing, but we should make note of the fact that 2 Dora are discarded. No one called pawn. So the most that someone could have in their hand are 2 copies of the MFing Dora. I probably can't chase this. I probably can't throw. I could maybe throw this. 3 apes gone. You know what I mean? Some of my apes gone. Most of my apes gone. I think I'm just going to big fold. If they sumo here, it's not even that bad for me. Right Lord is the dealer and they pay out the dealer penalty. But then I'm in this situation where I'm like, okay, well, I threw the 2 of circles, which I knew would be safe. But then after that, aren't I just kind of screwed? Like I still have to, if I have to make this discard anyway, most likely, like, why don't I just make that discard first? Wowie zowie. Okay. Terrifying. A second Riichi has hit the Jade Room. I should not be saying that. I should. Okay. 3 of my apes gone. 9 of bamboozlers looking a lot safe, but not guaranteed. And we play to our guaranteed safety, right? Someone could still have a 7-8 in their hand, so we're not gonna just throw this willy-nilly. That's a terrifying tile, and this is okay for me. A direct hit deal-in, that changes my points very, very little. I might be competing with Left Lord now for, this is like a 70, it's a 7,700 point hand. Okay, so yeah, I am competing with Left Lord for first place, but we still have 2 rounds to win a hand here or there, and then Left Lord also has 2 rounds to like maybe deal into somebody else, so we're chilling. Genuinely, Yusong, how are you doing outside of the game? Thanks for asking. I know we talked a lot about the game today, but it's hard to get better at the game without talking about the game and focusing on the game. It's weird. We might be slightly tipping the scales a little bit. Hang on, because I think how do I think about this channel? Like, what percentage of it is commentary versus what percentage of it is gameplay? I don't have a good answer for you because. Previously, I genuinely thought it was like 80% commentary and 20% gameplay and 15% concentrated power of will. Those were the calculations that I was running in my head. I don't know if I can discard the Dora here. If I'm going to discard it, I should cut it early. But I'm also like, what if we draw into another one? Also, what if we are single tile Yorking it for the Dora with a half flush later? It's possible. It is really, really greedy. It is really, really greedy. One of the games that I played off stream, I lost, or I didn't win because I was really greedy. I was single tile Yorking it for the Dora so often off stream that it felt bad. Okay, I'm not 1 tile away from tenpai. I'm 2 tiles away from tenpai. If I chi into an 8 of characters, ooh, that's awesome. That's so good for me. Oh my god. Okay, I mean, I could still have. Oh, maybe I should have cut the 9 of characters there, right? Because open up our chances to single tile Yorker for the Dora. Now this hand is amazing. I can pawn into the 7 of characters. I could even pawn into the 2 of characters and wait for the 2-5. It's not amazing, right? But it is like, we do have a lot of ways to get into tenpai, and that I'm a huge fan of. Maybe I should have cut the 2 of characters instead of the 7 of bamboo, because 7 of bamboo is kind of tight. It's not good if we draw into the 6 of bamboo because we're in Ferritin, but we should have thought about that just a little bit longer than we did. Right Lord cuts through Dora. I mean, Left Lord was the first person to cut the Dora, so hang on. This is not even that good because now I'm just single tile Yorking it for the 5. But I think I like being in tenpai so much that single tile Yorking it for the 5 might genuinely be okay. Right Lord calls Riichi. This is gonna be the worst day of my life. I have no safe tiles, but I know that their hand is not good. Oh, Christ. I know that their hand is not good because we see all the Dora. We see none red 5s, though. I don't want to give him Ipatsu. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. This is so bad because now, I mean, I am folding, but now it's like, well, I have no safe tiles left. Someone else dealing, please. Oh my god, I'm begging you. Oh, Westwood, I can kiss you on the mouth right now. Okay, that's so lucky. Oh, 4 of circles, I can kiss you on the mouth. I mean, we're top decking right now, right? We're just living off the top. Okay, this is fine. It doesn't really hurt our tile acceptancy that much. 1,000,000 bajillion safe tiles. Okay, that's also huge. And by that I mean, what a great reason to fold. What else can I throw? I don't know, dude. I think. Oh, all the 2s are gone. Why? Because I pawned like a bozo. Oh yes, 2 safe tiles. I don't deserve this, but it's so good. Oh my god, I don't deserve. Oh my god. Oh, almost all the 5s are gone. I might be able to get back into tenpai. Hang on, are all the 3s gone? Yes, no one's waiting with the 2, 3. Are the 5s gone? 1, 2, 3. Not all of them are gone. Oh my god, I'm in frickin' tenpai. Oh my god, I'm actually in tenpai right now. Oh my frickin' god. Oh my god, Levelhead's gonna see my... That's on the tile. We need it too. That's really bad because, I mean, they sumo a 2-han hand, which is not that impressive, right? But they get a crossroads Riichi stick and right lord's Riichi stick. So now it's very, very difficult for us to get first place. Hang on. If I sumo a 5,200 point hand, oh my god, I can get first if I sumo a 5,200 point hand. Are you proud of me? I actually know a little bit of scoring because they would pay out 26 and they would go down to 26 like 35.7, right? And then quick maths. Oh my god, I might be able to do it. Riichi Pinfu pure double sequence. Oh my god, Riichi Pinfu pure double sequence sumo. Oh my god, I might be able to do it. And then I go up 5, and then I'm obviously higher than their score. Please. Ooh, okay. I want something just like this. Bum, 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 bum. Is this ever like a half outside hand or something? I don't know. But I don't want to cut 4 of circles. If right, let's go in Tanya. I don't want to give him the 4 of circles unless I absolutely freaking have to. 1 of characters is without a doubt my resounding nut draw, okay? It's an R and D. I will still take this. I still take this. I know it's really unlikely. I know it's really unlikely that we see the 1 of characters. And yet, it is still possible. Mahjong is good, actually. Oh my god. I mean, we hit Ippatsu, but even if we didn't hit Ippatsu, and we just got Riichi Sumo Pinfu pure double sequence, it would have been a 5,200 point hand, and we would have been able to, because Left Lord is the dealer, we are able to take first. Oh my... This one is dedicated to Light Pink Yoshi and Claire of Riichi no Mi. This is... You gotta make your teachers proud. You gotta make your teachers proud. Oh my goodness. And they forgot to assign homework. Genuinely, it was embarrassing how much I locked in on the stream when Claire was like, "Yusong, can I give you homework for this next game?" And I was like, boom! Sometimes you just need like a task. Sometimes you just need something to focus on, you know? I was saying this earlier. The people that pronounce names on YouTube, unsung heroes. Because it changes you. The first time that you see the name Siobhan written in letters, it like changes you. You develop trust issues because you're like, oh, I've been saying everyone's name wrong. The name Siobhan, which you think would have a V in it, and I think sometimes it does have a V in it, but I don't even know if most of the time. It might be like a 50-50 split, but sometimes Siobhan is spelled S-H-I-O-B-A-N. I think. There's no V in there, and then you just start getting worried. So anyway, I'm glad I looked up the name, and because I don't know, people all the time they and I don't think I nailed the pronunciation, but like people get really scared when it's my name, and then but I don't know. So the names are important, especially if someone's being so nice as to literally give you financial support. You know what I mean? Okay, Maka spit on me. I think we did pretty well. And that's an S- right there. And that's an S-. And you forgot to assign homework today. There was an all-triplets winning decision. This moment. I want something just like this. Bum 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 bum. There's something some superhero folds, some superhero kids, some superhero folds, and then some superhero kids. Yeah, because I'm a monster with it, and there's only 1, 2 of bamboozlers left in the game. You did not like this throw? Nevertheless, he persisted. Okay, fair enough. When did the 8 come out? Oh, like a while ago. Oh, yeah. Okay, so it's not that good. This is still a little spicy. Do they like the pawn? They love the pawn. Oh, my God. Gaming for all triplets. Gaming for all triplets. And then the right lord draws into... No, they don't. Wowie zowie. Wow, 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 wow. And this is not a bad hand. I understand why they're going for this. But they want... Yeah, because you're never happy. You're never happy pawning the 9 of circles. This is a tough hand to play, though. This is genuinely a tough hand to play. The 4 of bamboo came out. What happened here? Yeah, I don't know. This is, again, a really tricky hand to play. Wait, hang on. Yeah. This is weird. There's some weird stuff that happened just in terms of... Yeah, there's some really weird stuff in terms of tile efficiency. This is a very redundo tile. Gaming. Still pretty redundant. And if you're gonna cut anything from this hand, 1 of circles, right? Because you can draw into 4 of circles. And then aren't you a lot happier about that? And I think they do draw into... Don't they draw into 4 of circles? No, they don't. Okay, but anyway, you could draw into 4 of circles. I know all the 2s are gone, so it's not the worst discard in the world, but I think starting with the 1 is still okay there. Okay, and then that was the all triplets decision. East 2 non-folding decision. I don't know which one that was, which is, I can't believe I'm saying that about my own dang videos. Yeah, so they must have loved the pawning and cheating that occurred here, right? Hang on, let me please turn effect display off. It's too fast now. It's too fast. Pawn, they loved it. They're loving every minute of it. They wanted me to hard line the half flush, sure. Do they like this pawn? They loved it, Jerry. Okay. I cut the 8. Yes. Gaming. There's the Riichi. You wanted me to Gigantamax fold. Are you kidding me right now? I can't. I'm a type A chatter now. And I'm backseating Maka. Really? I got 2 safe tiles. Because my hand is bad. I can't guarantee a good weight, nor can I guarantee a high scoring hand. It's just 3 Han. But 3 Han... yeah, 3 Han's not that good. And I can't guarantee a good weight. Really? I mean, this fold is like... okay, maybe 2 safe tiles are like all you need. Now it's getting... They really want me to throw the white dragon. Holy frick. At this point, I threw the door and Maka was like, well, you might as well. In for a penny, in for a pound. I don't think that was right. I don't think any of this is right. 2 safe tiles might be enough to try to fold with when you have 3 Han. It's a tricky spot though, right? I don't know. I think we probably just got lucky here. I think we genuinely just got lucky. They were single tile Yorking it for the 7 of circles. Fair. If they had a 6-7, we would have been way screwed. Yeah, fair. So not great. Maybe 2. Here's the thing. I can't believe how high this evaluation is. So for that reason and for that reason alone, it's going in the LibreOffice document. Because I don't think... I know during the coaching stream we had some choice words to say about Maka, but I don't think it's that... Like, I still like it as a tool. You know what I mean? And I think it's trying its best. And I think it's just trying to help me improve. I think. Surely they're not just trying to keep me in the Master 2-star mines. If your hand is only 3 Han, and you only have 2 safe tiles to fold with, you can still fold. 2 tiles might be enough in some situations. Yes. Okay. So that's a very vague lesson to learn, right? But it's still a lesson to keep in mind. 2 tiles might be enough to fold with. Right Lord, oh my God, the read of the century. The read of the century. People are calling it the read of the century. This, right? No, what happened? Genuinely, what happened here? Wasn't there a chi or something called? It was not this round. It was not this round. It was this round. Check this out. Okay, so Right Lord calls chi. And I don't know if I'm teaching you correctly, okay? God, I love being on Yusong's YouTube channel. Right Lord calls chi. And then the tile that comes out from within their hand is the 5 of circles. So tiles around the 5 are spicy. That's all we know. But still a lot of good information. Because it do be coming from like a 5-5-6 shape. It looks a little weird, but that's how things are going down right now. And then eventually another tile comes from within their hand, and that's how we know. I should have been paying attention to this too, because it's in the late game. If a tile is coming from within the hand, it's like, oh, that's a sign that your hand is improving. It's not the tile it's not the garbage that you just picked up. So that's scary. That's scary. And then they do be rocking with They do be rocking with a 4-7 way. That felt so good. Oh my god, that felt incredible. Okay, East 1, repeat 1. 5 of bamboo, 3 of bamboo, a crosslord. There was just discards that I was reading. They cut a 3 of bamboo from within their hand? Is that really what happened? They cut a 3 of bamboo from within their hand. My guess here is that it's like from a 5-6, because that's maybe how a 3 would be redundant. And then they cut a 5 later. Was that from within their hand? It was. So either they finished that shape, or something weird has happened. I don't. It was just nothing. Okay, so we're still learning. God, I love Mahjong. No game makes you look as stupid as this. We're still learning. We're still learning. Fun game. Genuinely a fun game. It's a 50-minute video because I was genuinely locked and dialed the whole time. Folks, that is going to do it for today's video. If you like this song or if you like the genre, consider subscribing. I got new videos every single day. Consider leaving a like and a comment. If you're feeling particularly generous, it helps out me and the channel such a great deal. I stream on Twitch Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. The link is down below in the description, along with our community Discord, our VOD channel, and our Patreon, which is the best way to support me. Until next, thank you so much for all your support on Patreon. Sincerely, thank you so much. It means the world to me. Until next time, please take care of yourself. Make sure to look at other people's discards after they pawn or chi, and please be kind to yourself, okay? I'll talk to you soon. Peace.